Well, after spotting a few leaks for the cooling system, I inevitably have a leaky weld here. I think a couple of these might be leaking because this was early on in the stages when I was learning to weld, and I didn't have a lot of penetration on this. I didn't bevel the edges. I just butted the two pipes together and welded them. And then I grind them down, and then when I ground them down and hit them, I banged them to try to see how strong they were. They cracked. I went over again, but I don't think I went over all of them. So, cooling system's full, but unfortunately it is leaking now. So, it's like touching the alternator and I don't like it. So I'm gonna lift the car up and drain this hose out, and I'm gonna pull that metal piece off and re-weld that. All right, more dilemmas on the Exocet. I welded this other pipe 100 times here. I'm assuming this is all old coolant here. I'm hoping so. I think this is all old. I'd be upset if it's not. I welded this 100 times. Looks like ass. It's whatever now. I was thinking, wow, that's pretty crazy. This one doesn't leak, but the other one did. No, this one definitely leaks. So I'm gonna pull this one off, do the same thing on the other one. Drain some coolant out, pressure test it 90 million times. I melted this connector, it was sitting here, but this is for emissions, so that's gonna go. And then I gotta look into the AIM dash. So it pulls coolant temperature from here, but when the engine's warming up, it says it's over 200 degrees when the thermostat hasn't even opened yet in that one spot. So I'm pretty sure that's not right. I mean, it might be right with the degrees, might be 200, but it didn't feel like it. I put my hand on it, so it's pulling. I don't know how the stock system works because I got rid of the reservoir and everything, so I don't know. So now I'm gonna pull the pipe off, and then I'm gonna start pressure testing, welding, pressure testing, welding, because I'm not, this aluminum's not my gig, you know? It's not hard, I mean, it's not easy. So I weld it, I have a good bead, but somehow it gets porous and the hole comes through, maybe for not being clean. So I'm looking at getting just manual bent pipes and stainless and then doing it that way. But I'm gonna pull it off and then go from there. All right, welded this up. Super beautiful, as expected. Throw this back in, fill the cooling system again, and then let's see where we're at. All right, another day on the Exocet. So I was still having overheating issues with the Exocet. I couldn't get the thermostat to open, suspect air being stuck. I don't have any of the, ooh, this light stuck in here. I don't have the heater or any of those bypasses for the air to bleed off, really. I just have the basic of the basic system. One hose going to the upper hose, one hose going to the upper radiator hose, one hose going to the lower radiator hose, and a thermostat. There's other ways you can run it, but for now, how did I have this thing on here? I could never get the air all the way out. I suspect it was the air. It will always just overheat. So now, what am I doing here with this line here? What I'm gonna do is, or what I already did is, this is so short now. Sorry, I took the thermostat out and drilled a hole at the top, and then hopefully that'll allow some flow through, and then we'll see. So I'm about to fill up the cooling system. And once I get running, I'll jump back on here, and then we'll see how it warms up. All right, started up the warm up. Water temp's at 96. That was really fast for some reason. We're at battery voltage, doesn't matter. This thing always kind of lugs, I think, because the MAF is right there on the turbo. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't have a pipe coming off. I don't know if that'll help with turbulence. But, so now I'm just letting it warm up, and then we'll see what happens, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that it just flows through both sides and it doesn't overheat anymore. Getting kind of jittery just thinking about this thing. I'm getting like anxious, you know. I just want to know. I just want it to work. It does have a couple oil leaks that I need to take care of. But I want to get the cooling system going first. I know that's 100%. And then if I have to take it apart or whatever, then that won't be a problem. I'll know that it works. So, all right, we'll see. Fingers crossed, let you know. All right, so far it seems like it's working. The left radiator hose is warm.
which it never got warm. So that means some water is getting past that little hole that I drilled in the thermostat, but just enough so it actually warms up kind of fast. You don't want to get rid of it completely because then it'll take forever to warm up. We're at 149 right now. Wait until it gets about 180 and I'll turn the fans on and then I'll see how it acts, or I'll see how it cools down. It should drop once I throw the fans on, so let's wait for that. I still need more heat in it. We're recording. All right, what's up, everybody? There's so many spiders on my camera because I'm living in this thing. Nope, not one living in there. Oh yeah, there is. Moved into the little wrap, thing on top, the fluffy thing. So update on the Exocet. It's just constant frustration with this oil leak. So I dropped the lower pan here. This beautiful, beautiful pan you see here. I blew air and used soapy water to find every leak possible, and then re-put it back up with a crap ton of silicone. These holes for the bolts up front aren't quite thick enough, so they didn't get very tight before I felt like they were just gonna strip. So if I gotta do it again, I don't know. I have another one in the backyard, the upper portion, that I can take off and try to rebuild that one. I don't know. You see, the problem with this upper pan is the bolt holes are like on the inside, and I just needed to go one more bolt back and it would have not been sitting on top of the subframe. I don't have baffles here, and then I don't know what happened if I bent it taking it off here. So I just rubbed hella silicone on the outside. I'm just so fed up with this leaking thing. It's getting me a little frustrated. What else do I need to do? Let me figure out where this hole. Oh, there it is. So, yeah. Okay, so I gotta. Well, let me bet this out of the way. Hold on. So now it's time for a new piece of cardboard down there. Let's see where we're at. So we went on our first drive. That will be linked. That'll be in this video. Short drive around the block. We got the cooling temperature figured out. Drilled a hole in the thermostat. People say that's not the correct way. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care right now. Getting the paperwork in line to register this thing on the streets. Another thing. What else? I ran this line here just to see what it felt like with power brakes. It's pretty nice. I don't know. Car fire's right up now. No hesitation. I changed the oil, which seemed like a bit rich. And so now when you turn the key to go on, or just fire it up, fires right up. Doesn't really chug anymore like it used to. I have this tunnel on temporarily. It hits the exhaust over here, so I gotta modify that. But I have this here taped up, or wired up, just tried the harness out of the way. And I'm gonna fit the hood next, I think. And then, you can turn it off. Yeah, so we're getting there. I need a thing for the gas tank because it reeks like gas. So I need a filler neck, and like really bad. It smells really bad. Oh, this too. Got a harness in, that's right. First racing harness of my life. So I got that on the bar there. I got the crotchety crotch belt there. And then these, that's what I was trying to do, is get this bolt through here. It's not a one-man thing because it's gonna be a pain in the butt. So yeah, that's the update. That's where we're at. Hopefully sooner than later I work on this thing. And I really want to get this. I think I might be SOL. I was reading a lot about the SB100. I might be SOL for getting it legal this year because, oh my gosh, spider webs everywhere. Maybe went inside this hole. You did. Anyways, getting it legal here in California because I think like they go like that. There's 500 slots a year. I was reading, some guy said he straight up stood in line January 2nd or whenever the DMV opens, and he's waited in line. he said he wasn't the only one there, so we'll see. I mean, maybe I can get out the track if this thing ever stops leaking oil. Which is scary to think, but I still don't have my standalone, so I don't have a tune. So all I could do is cruise it, but I can't cruise it on the street because it's not legal. Oh, kind of just stuck. Can't do nothing with it right now. Except for just get like, I think that's kind of a blessing because now I don't have to rush it. I can get the hood on and get everything nice and neat, and then when it's ready to go, it'll be ready to go. All right, cool. I will catch you guys on the flip side. Don't forget to subscribe or I will knock your block off. Okay, bye.